What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful morning today, a beautiful day. I look a little tired. I've been up since about 5:30 this morning. Just woke up, and I tell you, I've been having a hard time here lately. Just with everything that's been going on. In some aspect, I finally thought it was my time, but it wasn't. So, here we are. And in the midst of all of this, instead of waking up this morning like I normally do, because I ain't perfect. I'm not one of these creators on here who gets on here and tries to paint this rosy image, because I know it ain't gonna look like what you think it will. Even God is showing me that with this very video. I had my hair all looking halfway decent and everything, and he's just gonna come through and mess it up just so it can show y'all that it ain't always gonna be what you think it's gonna look like. And you keep messing around, I might just go ahead and take my shirt off again, but we're not gonna go ahead and get into that. We're gonna go ahead and get into the Word. I've been feeling really just confused, right? I genuinely, and I guess this is where God is working with me and showing me that the true definition of people only being around for a season, and not everybody can walk with you. And showing me that, yeah, in order for me to progress and go into the future, a lot of things have to change. It's not going to be what I think it looks like. He always knows better, right? He always knows better. I'm going to be reading from the first Psalm today, Psalm 1. Psalm 1, the righteous and the wicked contrasted. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. Doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff in which the wind driveth away. Ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. In so many ways, I have fell. One of my biggest problems has always been lust. And naivety, to be honest with you, naivety. I truly wanted to believe at a young age that, most people are good, but I've had to come to God and realize that now the fundamental nature of man is flawed. And those who are unwilling to be humbled and to acknowledge that they need God, try as they might, as hard as they can, they're never going to realize that they actually need Him. if this also kind of teaches me a little bit about, or shows me a little bit about yoking in a way, being righteously yoked together. While fundamentally me and her might want something similar, we don't necessarily want the same thing. Some people are literally controlled by demons. Literally. They have no shred of remorse. They have no shred of decency, dignity. And if you are a child of God, if you are a child of Yeshua, you've accepted Jesus Christ into your heart as your Savior and God in the flesh. You cannot walk forever with people who do not share that. And it's in your heart. God is almighty. He's omniscient. He's omnipotent. He's everywhere at once. He can see everything all at once. And he's all powerful. And God can truly see what's in your heart. And if you're standing with somebody who in their heart does not share the same views as you, but honors you with their lips and not the fruit of their spirit, he'll make it known. And not only will he make it known, he'll drag them away from you kicking and screaming. And sometimes it's going to be one of the most painful things that you have to endure. Because you know what you gave. You know the time that you gave, the faithfulness that you gave, the honor that you gave, the dignity, the respect. And God saw that the whole time. So he's got to come like the wind and drive the chaff away. And he's going to show you the truth. A lot of this does not look like what I thought it was going to at all. But I find myself not only in humility and being humble about all of this, I find myself gaining a new sense of self-control over it. I did have a problem with acting erratic. It's starting to come. I can feel that spirit come off of me. And you gotta walk with it, man. You gotta stay with it. You gotta walk with it and you gotta stay with it. And it hurts, but sometimes you've got to let God take these people away. You've got to let him. Because how can you grow? How can he do anything for you if you don't let him? That's the thing. We want him to guide us and we want him to be our everything. Our savior, our guide, our provider, all of that. But none of us really take our hands off the wheel and just let him. And I've had a problem with this many times in the past. Struggling with it now. But a lot of this has to do with a lot of what he said. Hey, stop. Stop what you're doing. Feed my sheep. So blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord. And in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he he shall doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff in the wind driven away, and like the chaff driven away by the wind. Either way. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor the sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Take your hands off the wheel, people. Sometimes that's the best thing to do, is just take your hands off the wheel. I'm having to learn that firsthand. God bless each and every one of you on the other side of the screen. Y'all take it easy. I'm Michael Ray.